I'm Catherine.
And we're going to talk about Avatar the film, and we're going to do it in a new format. Basically, they've seen the movie, and I've decided to stay home and sleep in bed alone.
We saw it in 3D, of course.
We saw it in 3D.
So,
You get the glasses.
you get to keep them, I think.
If you want, or you can recycle them, which you
Recycle.
should.
Which I did.
All the hippies fucking do it. I'm going to ask questions just like you guys would ask somebody who's seen the movie, and let's see how it goes. So, Mike, does it live up to the hype?
Not only does it live up to the hype, but when I was watching the movie, I forgot that I was watching a 3D movie. Because I got lost into the story. It's that good.
And Kat?
Just like he said, like it feels like you're there. Like for the first little bit, you're like, ooh, 3D glasses, and you're noticing the rims and whatever. But yeah, it's awesome. I think it totally lives up to the hype. It blew me away.
It's not cliche 3D. A chicken with a ping pong ball. It's not going to go in front of the screen and go...
Alright,
and the ball goes into your face. Now, when you watch a regular movie, it's just completely flat and you're watching it. But with this, it's almost like it's not a screen, it's a window. And you're looking into this world and you can get completely lost into it. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, for sure.
And not only is the 3D done really well, but the CGI is done really well. Let's not forget that they're two different things. The facial expressions of the aliens and everything look so real. And you forget that you're watching a CG animated character, which is brilliant.
So, the CGI mixed in with the live action, did it work for you?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was seamless. It was never like, oh, I'm in the real world now. Oh, now I'm in like this animated movie. It all went together perfectly, and the detail that they put into each of the creatures or each of the plants was amazing. And at nighttime, all the plants of the rainforest, like,
Really pretty.
Beautiful. They light up. Oh gosh.
It's like being a night elf in World of Warcraft. Now, there's some moments in the film where there's too much stuff going on because it's 3D and the action's crazy. But James Cameron, being a genius, he decides, slow it down a little bit, and you see the beauty that is Avatar. Now, the theme of this movie is human versus nature, and how humans are basically destroying this planet.
At the same time, it's also like humans or people's connection with nature, because the tribe on this planet, Pandora, were deeply connected to like every living thing on that planet.
Let's move on to the story itself. A lot of people have been saying it's a simple love story, and that's it.
There's more things going on in it than just a love story. So that's not two avatars fucking in the woods.
Yeah,
But
and
there is that.
So it's set in the future on this planet called Pandora, where there's an indigenous people. They're like humanoids, but they have a different culture and a different language. And it's based around this main character called Jake Sully, which is played by Sam Worthington. He does a great job. He was in Terminator Salvation. It follows him. He is a paraplegic.
That means his legs are fucked.
And he just is mourning the death of his twin brother. And the army asks him to take on the responsibilities his brother had. And it's this program where a human can basically download themselves, kind of like in the Matrix. But it is an actual physical thing. It's not something in a computer. So they can download themselves into this avatar.
I tried to make my own avatar. Not so good.
Which is shaped and genetically just like the aliens on the planet. So he goes to this planet, he starts his training as an avatar, and he can walk again, which is ridiculously exciting for him since he has no more feeling in his legs anymore. So he lands on the planet, and there's two sections of the humans that are on the planet already. There's the scientists, and then there's the army people. So there's like the big corporate man, and he's played by Giovanni Ribisi. So he's there just to get this special mineral that's so expensive, and the army is there to help him enforce it because the natives hate that the humans are there because they've already started destroying part of the planet. And right near the beginning, like you meet the big general man. And right away, like the way he talks about the natives, like he talks about them like, oh, these savages, blah, 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 blah. Originally when they get there, basically they tell Jake Sully, either, it's the carrot or the stick. Either, get into good graces with these peoples and find something we can give them or trade them so that they'll move, because this big, huge stash of this unobtainium is underneath like their main village. Or we'll use the stick, which is the general and all his big armies, and they'll just wipe them out, destroy them, and take what they want.
And if Jake does a really good job, they'll actually pay for his spine surgery.
Yeah, so he'll be able to have his
be able to walk.
If I read this on paper, it would sound ridiculous.
It's not all stereotypical because you actually care for all the characters, including the Na'vi.
Basically what you're saying is Cameron knocked this one out of the park.
Oh, for sure. I mean, when you're watching it, like I actually found myself almost jealous that I couldn't be there and experience it.
The first term that comes to my mind is breathtaking. want to sound perverted,
I knew it.
but I'd like to know how they have sex. I mean, do they put their ponytails together or their foreheads together? Do they lift up their shawl and grind?
Do they do this? Touch? This certainly doesn't bring the movie down.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's forgivable.
What does this movie deserve? Does it deserve a good score or a bad score?
I think this movie deserves an excellent score. I think it deserves a 9.5. There are some things I did not like about the story, but they're very minor, and there's some minor details I didn't like. But overall, it's a great movie.
And Kat?
For sure. I mean, 9.5, hands down. The story was great, even though it is a traditional story. They've just developed it so much more, and the animation obviously is mind-blowing. The characters are great. So, bottom line, you should see this movie. You should see it tonight or tomorrow or whatever time it is.
Or right now.
Or right now.
And there's no point to download it because guess what? It's in 3D.
That's right.
Don't even wait to watch our Please Subscribe animation. Pause it and get the hell out and
Yeah,
watch
don't
the
even
movie.
pause it. Just go.
Don't even
Go.
subscribe
Go
to
now.
us.
It's good.
We understand.
And we'd also like to thank Sexy Phil and Like Totally Awesome for having us on the quad, and hopefully we're invited back there soon.
Yeah, we promise we won't do as much mum jokes next time.
Yeah, there's no mom jokes. Cat's breast won't be viewed on YouTube.
No, but I will show my clip.